Hi, I'm Colette from the ADHD Foundation. Today we're looking at how celebrations and holidays can present unique challenges for neurodivergent children and how we can make these events more accessible without losing the joy and the meaning behind them. So why celebrations can be challenging? Well, what makes them special, their novelty, their excitement and their sensory richness can also be precisely what makes them difficult for neurodivergent children. So we're going to look at some common elements that might be overwhelming. So first of all, sensory overload. Loud music, bright decorations, crowded spaces, strong food smells, they can be bombarding the senses. The unpredictability, so schedule changes, unexpected visitors, or surprise activities can create anxiety. And then social demands, extended family gatherings can often come with complex social expectations. Unfamiliar aunties may want to say hello and ask lots of questions, and our neurodivergent children might not really understand this. Emotional intensity, so the heightened emotions of celebrations can often be difficult to process and regulate. So strategies to support your child or young person. Sensory, so we're going to create a sensory map of where we're going to be, so potentially going and having a look at that environment beforehand, maybe creating a video. Find the quiet zones, and it might be that the quiet zone is out of the venue. Maybe you go back to your car and that's a safe place where you can find a time to regulate there. So provide noise cancelling headphones if it's too loud, and consider the lighting. Is the lighting too bright? Do we need to have sort of dimmers on? Avoid those flashing lights, and offer sunglasses even if needed. We might create a sensory bag, so it might be a bag of things that we know will comfort your child or young person when it's an overstimulated moment. So we need to maintain that predictability. So we might have a visual schedule just on the celebration activity. So we might preview changes with social stories. Let's talk about it beforehand. And again, as I said, a video walkthrough can be really helpful. We're going to build in transition warnings. So it might be in 5 minutes, we're going to sit down to eat, and then allow preview visits of unfamiliar locations. So it's something that your child has never been to before. Maybe have a little drive by and say, this is where we will be going. Social support. So you might rehearse some common interactions and prepare simple responses to frequent questions. We might want to create a little signal system between you and your child when they're feeling a little bit overstimulated or in distress, that they can make a sign to you, maybe hand on chest, and that you know that they need a bit of a break. So also brief relatives about your child's needs before attending. Remember, the goal isn't to avoid these celebrations. It's about being part of the celebrations, and the most important element for celebrations is connection. So it can happen in many ways, but it needs to work in a way that will work for you and your child.